this competition for the quarterback job?
It's interesting. I mean, I'm not really looking too much into it, honestly. I mean, I'm focused on the team right now. I have this quarterback room we kind of talked about. We're not really thinking about competition, competing with one another. We're competing against our defense. We're trying to beat our defense right now in fall camp, so that's my focus for this little month of work.
Are you a better quarterback than you were at the end of spring?
I think so, for sure. I've been taking strides throughout this whole experience, and I feel like I'm every day I feel like I'm getting a little bit better, so for sure. I feel like just command of the offense. I feel like I'm able to go out there and just be confident and be able to command the offense better than I was when I first got here, for sure.
What were conversations like between you and Noah after Katin went into the portal, and what kind of things did you kind of focus on over the summer?
Yeah, me and Noah are pretty close, so we kind of just talked about it. We understood that it was going to be a quarterback competition. We knew that we were going to have to compete against each other, but we're friends, and we know what we have to do, and we know what to just that's what the coaches want us to do. So just going out there and just having fun playing football is just the biggest thing. Not trying to look too much in the competition, just going out there and trying to play. So
They don't announce starting quarterbacks here in advance. They've been through this 3 years
Yeah.
now. It's gone right up till game time.
yeah, 100%.
You guys kind of like that?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the coaches have to make a decision. They take as much time as they need, so I feel like I just got to be ready at all times. Even if I'm not the starter day one, I feel like I got to be ready at all times to go out and play, for sure.
How much easier is it to go through a competition if you say you're a friend with the guy you're competing with every day?
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like the competition is just something that is just out there, but I feel like I'm not really looking too much into that. I'm just trying to go out there and be the best football player I can be right now, for sure.
Did you find out about what you kind of what you first thought?
I heard rumors before, but then just hearing the news and stuff, I kind of figured that's where he was going. But I mean, it was kind of a shock because he was a leader for our team, and I realized that there was going to be a vacancy for that spot. So just understanding that and realizing that this is my chance to go step up and take the job is something that I took really seriously. Yeah.
Are there lessons you guys learned from him over the last couple of years?
100%, yeah. Just he was a guy that came in and just was a really good leader for our team. So I kind of took some advice from him too, and being able to implement that to this team for sure.
What does Coach Johnson tell you that you need to do better and that he's really looking for a quarterback?
Yeah, he talked to me a little bit. He just wants me to take command of the offense. He's still I'm a young guy, and there's a lot of older guys on the team, and it's hard for a young guy to come up and try to just lead the team. So he wants to see that from me. He wants to see me take command and be confident and run the offense.
Talk about your summer. Where were you? What did you do?
Yeah, so May I went home for a little bit, saw my family. That was good. And then summer, we came back, we started lifting and focusing on the team and just working out and stuff like that. That was good. Just kind of get our chemistry down with some of the guys on offense, and then went home for a little bit for the 4th, just a couple of days, just seeing my family just the last time, just before I go back to camp and stuff. But it was good, just being able to be out here without like anybody on campus, just being able to do football and hang out with my friends and stuff. It was a good time.
Did you do any camps out there, or do you have a quarterback instructor, a guru?
Yeah, Danny Hernandez. I worked with him a couple times as my quarterback coach, and also I have a trainer too, a personal trainer that works out with at Orange Lutheran High School by my house. So yeah, I got some training back home.
Talk about the lessons with Peyton. What lessons can you give Sam at this point? I mean, now being a year and a half into the program.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be a leadership role for
Yeah.
you, kind of mentor that.
I feel like the biggest thing that I was trying to do when I came in his position was trying to be perfect. I was trying to do everything perfect, and you realize that you're not a complete product when you first come in. You have to get coaching, you have to get developed. So I feel like for Sam, I feel like the biggest thing is just to take coaching and be able to just learn and try to get better every single day, not trying to be perfect every single day.
What was your biggest self-evaluation last year? What things did you say to yourself to get that starting job? I need to do this.
I feel like the biggest thing is just being confident, being efficient. I feel like I had flashes, really good plays, but I didn't do it at a consistent level that I wanted to be at. So right now, the biggest thing is just playing football at a consistent level, getting the ball to my guys, and then just letting them make plays, just doing what the coaches asked me to do.
To get that consistency, is that an accuracy thing or just repetition and recognition?
It's definitely repetition. I feel like just constantly just going out there every day, just getting more reps with the team, and just trying to develop my game as much as I can is the biggest thing.
How to go today? I know there's not in pads.
Yeah.
But did you? What we were able to see is some drills here and there.
Yeah.
Did you work like 7-on-7s with your Skelly today and stuff?
Yeah,
like that?
we had 7-on-7. We had some team periods. It was really good. I feel like we had really good energy out there. I feel like our team is looking good. It feels like a new team, a new energy. So out there, I felt like it was good. I mean, we made some plays. We're not a complete product yet, but we're still working on it, and we're trying to get better every single day.
I know that you said that you're better and you worked on some things. Did you feel like you demonstrated that day one? There's 24 more days left. Did you feel like you showed some of that?
I think so, yeah. I think I came out and showed command from the jump. There's definitely some things I need to clean up. I'm not perfect yet, so but definitely from the start, I felt like I had more command than when I first came in.
Does it feel like a competition, or are you working on your craft day to day?
Honestly, not really. I feel like I'm just going out there and playing football, and that's what I that's what I've kind of thought about it so far.
You see from the receivers, a lot of young receivers like yourself
Yeah.
that are stepping into new roles. What are you seeing from those guys? This increased responsibility for
Yeah.
them, I would imagine.
I'm seeing a lot of maturity for sure. From the young guys for sure, a lot of maturity. Just understanding that they're going to have to step up this year and make plays. So they understand what they have to do, and they're really buckling down and learning the playbook and going out there and making plays for us. So I'm really excited about our young guys for sure.
Graham Couch.
Katin, nice to meet you. Yeah.
I want to go back to those young receivers. You come in with, guys like Antonio and
Yeah.
Terrell and all those guys. I know all of your heads are probably spinning originally. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering how different it feels now and like what you see from those guys in terms of just where they are today and the ability to show talent versus where they were.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the game has slowed down for all of us for sure. I feel like at the start you're kind of thrown into the fire and have to kind of learn the plays on the spot, and it's hard for you to make plays when you're thinking too much. So now I feel like the thinking part is almost gone, and I feel like everyone's just going out there and just playing loose and playing confident, and that's allowing them to make plays, including myself.
Something to do about your class. I mean, it's sort of one of the first real heralded group that
Yeah.
came in, and so the idea that the sooner that group permeates the program and how soon that can do that is key to the ceiling. Do you feel that way a little bit when you see that as the sooner your class can start to make waves, the better off for the program?
Yeah, I think so. I think our class is the class that's gonna really like bump this program and really get our team to where it needs to be. So I feel like our class is really good, and we have some guys on defense too that are stepping up on the defensive side of the ball. So yeah, I really love our class. We're really close. So yeah.
Appreciate it.
You got a new locker room. You hadn't even been part of it, right? Because your first year, you were just stuck shuffling back, right?
No, yeah, I early enrolled, so I was in the old locker room for like a couple months. So I was used to that, and then we switched. But no, the new locker room is amazing. I mean, we're so blessed to have that. But I mean, it's insane. Yeah.
How much does that matter? How much does that matter? And they always talk about it's important in recruiting.
Yeah.
And you went through the old locker room and recruiting. Did they already have the plans drawn up? And how much does that stuff really matter to you?
I think it matters. Just getting guys to come here for sure to see the facilities and want to play here. And I feel like the biggest thing that's going to help our team this year is just the team bonding. It was kind of tough this past year just switching between locker rooms, and we didn't really have time to like really come together as a team. And I feel like the new locker room is we're going to have all of us together in the same room after practice, before practice.
Able to hang out.
Yeah. And we're just going to build that bond. It's just going to keep getting stronger. So I'm excited for that part of it for sure.
Hey, Lindsay Ellison with Sports Psychology Solutions. I posed this question to Coach Tucker and to your teammates. Today is a high because it's the start of practice, but a few months ago, of course, there was a campus tragedy. How are you and your teammates prioritizing your mental health right now with everything that's been going on and getting ready for this upcoming season?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a lot of things we got to deal with as far as like dealing with camp and the stuff outside of school. But right now, I feel like we're just leaning on each other. I feel like we're leaning on our teammates. If we feel like we need to talk to somebody, I feel like I have a good connection with my roommates and my teammates and stuff that I can go and talk to them. And I feel like I built a strong connection. So I feel like a lot of the team bonding stuff too. I feel like we're starting to rely on each other more.
What was that day like for you? Where were you? What was going on with you?
It was crazy for me, man. I was on Grand River getting food, so I saw all the cop cars flying by, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on. So I just went home and went on the news, and I saw everything, and I was like, it was crazy. I mean, it was like right by our apartment too. So, I mean, it was kind of scary. Didn't know what was going on, but I mean, it was definitely a tough experience. But I mean, we're trying to get through it still. So yeah. No problem. Yeah.
Did it feel any different in day one? Obviously, we set up with competition, as opposed to spring or last year.
Yeah. There's definitely there's a heightened intensity for sure. I feel like there's a lot more energy out there on the field for sure. So it was really fun today. I mean, I felt like I had a good practice today. So just going out and competing and stuff like. I mean, we did really good as a team. So yeah, it was really fun.
Does it feel different for you that you're not a freshman anymore? Did you feel like a non-freshman today?
Yeah, I felt like I was. I mean, seasoned a little bit more. I didn't feel like a freshman. Like, I feel like I knew what I was doing. I was confident. So yeah.
When you were on the field last year in the fall, or even your first spring, what were some of the first things that came to you? Like, oh, I need to get this better. I need to get better at this. What were some of those things that, or were there?
Yeah, just kind of settling down. I feel like I was just like really like antsy and nervous trying to get in the game, but right now I feel like I'm more confident and be able to play more smooth and calm for sure. No, you're good.
What's it take to win the that
I feel like the biggest thing is just to do what the coaches ask you. I feel like the coaches have a specific plan for what they want you to do. They want you to execute. They want you to put the ball in the playmaker's hands, and I feel like I can do that. So that's the key to winning the job for sure.
What's your relationship like with Coach Johnson?
We're really close. I mean, I've had some meetings with him off season, just going over stuff, just trying to figure out how to improve my game as much as I can. So we're continue building that bond, but I feel like it's really good right now.
Drafted in Kansas Florida State, I guess, especially your evaluation of that group.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guys that I guess what your evaluation with needing to replace your top two guys.
Yeah, I feel like the young guys realize that they have to step up and they have to find a way to play this year. And I feel like Trey is a really good example just to lead the guys and show them the right way to be a receiver at Michigan State. So I feel like he's the perfect role model for those guys. And I feel like we're a really solid group and we're still growing, but we're going to be really good.
It's sort of like, when I got here in the spring of last year.
Thank you.
It was really tight.
What's up?
And then it took a lot of building new stuff. So, and then new guys came in, so it became
Noah talked about the receivers.
Yep.
And guys who made a step, taken a leap in
Yeah.
their mind. It looks like they've really worked.
I feel like Montori Foster has definitely improved. I feel he's a really good guy. I feel like Ron Glover has really made a step too. And then also Alante, he just transferred in. He's going to be really good for us too. So I feel like we got a couple guys that are really going to step up this year for sure.
Tell us about Alante, what he brings. 'Cause when we saw him on tape, he was a Wildcat quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a playmaker. He's a burner. So he's gonna be really good for us. He'll be able to make plays for us for sure. I'm not sure yet. I think they have to little compete for that, but I'm sure we got a lot of fast guys, so I'm sure he's up there for sure. Yeah.
Katin, it's day one. I know we got a lot to get through just this month here.
Yeah.
But what's it going to take for whoever who's going to come out of camp as the number one guy? What's it going to take for that guy to get to that spot? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's going to take for somebody to win this battle.
Yeah, I feel like number one is just doing what the coaches ask. I feel like the coaches have a specific plan for the quarterback, and they want them to execute and put the ball in the receiver's hands. And I feel like another thing too is just taking command, being a person that the team can rely on. So I feel like that's the two main things I feel like will separate somebody for
You
sure.
probably touched on this a little bit, but is there a difference in your comfort level this year when you've gone through a spring, you've gone through a season, you've been in a game?
Yeah.
Now is it kind of like I'm ready to, chain off, sort of go full out and compete for this thing? Is that kind of? I mean,
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm more seasoned than I've ever been. I feel like I'm more confident, more just poised than I've ever been. So I feel like I'm in a prime position to go take that spot, and I feel like I'm ready to do that.
The way the offseason has happened, I mean, when Jaden moves on, Keon moves on, are some of these guys that you're now, you're trying to win this job, the guys you're throwing to, do you feel like you have pretty good chemistry already with them? I'm sure some of these are the same guys you're throwing to last year, practice all the time, right?
Yeah, I feel like when all that news broke out with just guys leaving and stuff, I feel like we really took that summer we realized we had to build that chemistry. So I feel like we definitely made an effort to go out and throw and try to build this connection. I feel like it's stronger than ever now. So I feel like going into camp, we feel really good about our receivers for sure.
Something that was even last year for you, though. I mean, like Fitzpatrick or Tyrell, you were not throwing them a lot.
Yeah,
during practice?
exactly, yeah. Yeah.
The leadership component, where are you at with that? How comfortable are you in that part? That's something Coach Tucker's been talking about, like with everybody.
Yeah.
I think, and how intentional you guys have been with different things this year. Where do you feel like you're at with that?
I feel like I've had to learn how to be a leader for sure. I feel like being a leader is not about just myself. I feel like I have to empower other people on my team. So just bringing guys along with me. We have a rule of being a leader is set the example, hold each other accountable. So that's the rule of being a teammate. And then just along with that, just trying to get reps of just trying to have guys just pull along with me. So I feel like that's just a couple things being a leader for sure.
So this summer, did you get away with your teammates outside of this facility at all? What did you do in terms of extra practice? I know you guys had optionals and so forth, but what was your summer like in that regard?
Yeah, so summer we had workouts and stuff, and we'd always find time after or before lifts to go out and throw for a little bit if we had stuff we needed to work on. We were doing some 7-on stuff too, so we were just trying to work off season for sure.
You stayed here on campus break?
Yeah, for summer, yeah.
And most of your 7-on-7s were at the indoor, I'd imagine? Or
Yeah.
sometimes outside? Is that worthwhile? Do you feel like you take strides, take steps during those options?
100%, yeah. No doubt. Just building the chemistry. I feel like we have to take that time to kind of build the chemistry so that when we go into camp, we feel like we can trust each other and know where everyone's going to be when they run certain routes and stuff like that.
Did you go out and work with like a QB trainer or anything like that at any point?
Yeah, I went home for a little bit. I have a quarterback coach, Danny Hernandez, who I work out with back home, but no one really out here, just kind of working with the coaching staff and stuff. Yeah.
Where's home?
Southern California. Yeah.
Have you had to sharpen up any mechanics, or the mechanics pretty much pretty true to what you came in with?
Yeah, it's just fine tuning. I feel like I have a way that I throw in a certain like mechanics stuff like that, and I kind of maybe sometimes deviate from that when I'm not training consistently. So going home, I kind of fine tune a little bit of those things. So just coming back, just trying to perfect my craft as much as I can. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.